YouTube. How's everybody? Um, Sorry, I apologize. I know I haven't been out at all this week. Easter weekend was gloomy and didn't go as planned, and I was in a bit of a mood. I came home with that bit of a mood, and it lasted a couple days. So this one's going to be a bit of a longer video, and I do apologize in advance. I'm going to show you some finished objects, some new yarn, and a project I'm currently working on for the day of Saturday. Okay, start with, I can't remember if this first project I showed you guys or not. But this project I am making, I got my cheat sheet here with me. Although I don't have one channel written down, and I should have wrote that down before I started recording. It is what it is. I'll try to remember to put everybody down below. It is Judy at Which Piece Crafts. She's been doing a Book Buddy AU, and you guys know I've been making a bunch of different donut animal characters and a star and a sun and who knows what else I'll end up making. I've got another one made for her my donuts for my Book Buddy AU. I think I've recorded this item already. For some reason, it's playing in my head. I recorded it, so this could be a duke. And if it is, I'm sorry. I kind of do wish though that this book was the last book of the 12 books we're going to be doing, just because there was multiple characters in the book, and I really didn't know which one I was going to pick at first. I had one in mind, but I didn't have the yarn at the time. Had I done it today, I would have been able to do that donut no problem. So I'm hoping that a later book doesn't come up where this animal is the main and only character of the book. But if it is, I can always do it in a different color. So I did a little turtle. There are eyes in its head. Did like a light brown tannish color on top, which I would like to have done that as the belly, which I just did an off-white. And then like a darker brown on top, but I didn't have a lighter green, and I think the darker brown would have made it even harder to see. But I made a little donut. Like, I'm loving these Book Buddy donut type things I'm making. I am so in love with them. Then, okay, I went over to Judy's. Nope, I went over to Judy's Creations in crochet. Actually, no, we're going to skip that one for a minute. We're going to go to Nan's crochet ideas. Okay, now with hers and Lottie's make along that they do every month, they do last year and this year they're putting stitch versus stitch, and this month's stitches were half double crochet, which I can whip those up pretty simply, into a project of my own design, no problem. I don't remember what the other stitch was, so I went with a half double. And then the other channel that I did not write down, and again I do apologize, because I know last month I didn't remember her channel either, but I'll definitely try to share a channel down below in the description box for you guys who want to go check her out. And what she does is she gives us a color and then 2 objects. I know originally she was only going to do one. Sorry about the going forward there for a moment. I know she was originally going to only do one project, and she decided to share 2 with us. And the color this time around, it's a stone. I want to say aqua. Was that it? It was a greenish color stone anyhow, and it comes in multiple different shades of the green. I can't remember the name of the stone. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm drawing a blank. And I've got jewelry with this stone that my mother-in-law got me years ago. Anyhow, it's a greenish color. And one of the 2 objects was a basket, like a desk organized basket. And as you guys know, I like to double dip. So I thought, okay, I can make up my own little basket. And it was going to be little because the yarn I was going to use was a small amount. And just be a small little basket that if I ever get a time where I've got an actual crafting area other than the little corner here in my living room, or an actual desk or something like that, this little basket would be cute. And here it is. I got just a marker in it to show you that that's about how tall it is. It's half double crochets. I did do a handle on both sides just to swoosh it up a little. Now the bottom, because I only did it with a single strand, the bottom I do turn in just because it's not thick. It's just done with a worsted weight yarn. Had I done it with 2 strands, it would have been thicker and it would sit better for me, but I only did it with 1. So there's that project. Then we will go on to my Crafting Kitty Creator Spotlight projects with Erin and Judy's Creations in Crochet. Is that the right one? Yes. So at Judy's Creations in Crochet, she has a wheel. She spins it. We get a themed item each month to make. Now, this month's theme was a cow. And I thought, okay, perfect. I can whip something up pretty simple. I went over then to our Spotlight creator for the month, and that's another channel I don't have written down. I am so sorry about that. And I got looking at her patterns because I'm kind of new to her channel. And most of her stuff is knitting. There are a few tutorials on how to do some crochet stitches. And I think there's a couple of crochet projects, but not many. So I thought, no problem. I can knit. I know how to knit. I learned to knit first when I was 12. So I thought, okay, I'm going to make a cow. So I looked at what she had. And the one that she had was a basket weave knitted cow. So you do so many stitches in knit, so many stitches in purl. And you repeat that back and forth for 4 rounds. Then you switch it and you do so many for purl, so many for knit, for 4 or 5 rounds each. And then you do the whole 10 rounds again. Now the yarn I used was in like those mystery bags and didn't give me a whole lot of information on them. I know it's kind of like a homespun yarn. Now the pattern I followed, she used it in a red color, and it was like a super bulky yarn, I think it was, and she used, I think, size 15 millimeter knit needles. I used, I believe, size 10 knitting needles. I got to use my kit that, my husband got me for Christmas this year. Oh, got me the Amazon card to get it. I think which needles I used. Is it these ones? Nope, those are 13s. These ones are 11s, 10s. I don't remember which color I used. I think it was my 10s. I'm not sure. We're going to go with 10s. Just because I don't remember which ones I used. Like, they're all different colors. As you can see, they're all different colors. I just drawn a blank on which color I used. I think it was my 10s. So I got to use that. And yarn my husband got me last year for my birthday. So the pattern's going to be hard to see because this is a dark different shades of greens with some gray, like a charcoal gray on it. But hopefully I can kind of see it. Trying to get it all laid nice and flat. So here it is. Hope you guys can see it. I know, like I said, the stitches are hard to see. There's the back. Kind of stretch it out a little bit maybe for you. So that's one of my projects for Erin's Crafting Kitty. Then I thought, okay, and we know my monthly theme ones are time sensitive. So then from there, I thought, okay, I want to whip up 2 more, just quick ones. I had a few nights there this past week that I sleep in, like up all night into the wee hours of the morning, sleep for a few hours in the morning, get up, get hubby's lunch made, and then in the evenings end up passing out for a couple of hours, which I try not to do. That way I go to bed at a decent time. But anyways, my schedules are all out of whack. So I thought, okay, what are two other quick, easy projects to whip up that I could do within a day? I need two more projects. I just want to get them done and, ready to go kind of thing. I thought, let's see what kind of stitches she has. Maybe I can come up with a dishcloth. Well, as I was scrolling through her channel, I found the most common dishcloth for knitting that there is out there. I'll hold it this way because this is the way it's worked. You start down here at the bottom. You do all your increases back and forth, and then at some point you do your decreases, and then you bind it off, and there'll be a dishcloth. So I made this blue one first. It's a little more blue than the basket, but not by much. And then I thought, okay, I have a little bit of blue left. Let's see what I can combine it with. It's the same type of yarn. And I found this chocolate brown. So the bottom half is striped, 2 rows of blue, 2 of brown, 2 blue, 2 brown. I was 3 rows short to make it the same number of stitches as that blue one. And then the top half is just all brown. Just to make it a little more fun. So there's my finished objects. So the only other time-sensitive project I have is in around the 15th. We're going to get another donut book or another Book Buddy AU. And I got to figure out what donut I'm going to make for it. So that's that. Now let's go on to my Saturday project, which is my socks. And because I already recorded this once, I already moved the stitch marker for my progress. I'm so sorry. I know roughly where I was. I was in the purple, about to go into the gray. I will put my hand in this one because I find, for some reason, this sock shows the stitches the best. So here you guys go. You guys can hopefully see the cable work so far. I'm loving them. I'm thinking this is so cute. Now, when I was shopping today, which I'll get to in a moment, I was looking at more of this yarn, thinking maybe I'd get a different one in a different color. Although this yarn, I'm only 1, maybe 2 more repeats, so 14 more rounds. And I should be at the heel. They're going to be shorty socks. So, I have a nice little amount left of this, I think, when I'm done. But it's definitely something if I could get maybe a solid color of some kind. And then use this as my toes, heels, and cuffs on a solid colored yarn would look pretty cool. And I did go ahead and lose one of my knobs. It's, I think, rolled under the couch here, and I just haven't moved my couch to go look for it. But there's my socks. Hopefully next week I will be at the point to put in the heels, or maybe you already started the heels. We never know with me. Like I said, depending on what kind of weekend I have, you never know, right? So there's my socks. That's the only thing I have out of all my WIPs that is had any love this week. Literally, I took my socks and my Sunday's project, which is my infinity scarf / cowl, with me to my camper last weekend, and I didn't put a single stitch on either one last weekend. I actually worked on this socks the last couple, yesterday and today for a little bit because I had nothing else really for what my themes are for each day. Socks were next on my list. So, yarn shopping. Like I said, hubby and I today had a bit of running around to do. And after he went to the one music store to get a new case thing to hold his drumsticks in and stuff, and then some patch cord thingy so that his earpieces he can hear better and have his own, and that way let's go searching for another set. We then went over to the yarn store where I got to go yarn shopping, like I said, at the beginning of the year. I think I'm done with this yarn place. Their prices have gone through the roof. Now, mind you, when I went shopping beginning of the month, or the year, sorry. Oh, I am so sorry about that, everybody. I got a good deal on the yarn I got. Today, not so much. So we'll start off with 15 balls, or $15, $14.49 actually, so almost $15. I got 2 Lion Brand yarns, Pound of Love. This colorway is, I did look at it earlier and I forgot what it was. Where's my magnifying glass here? Claret. And it says it's a medium 4-weight yarn. And there's 1,020 yards. So that's a good size ball for $15. That's actually a really good price. They didn't have many colors that I thought would look right on me. Now I've held this up to the Bernat Super Value yarn. This feels thinner. I would put this at a light 4, heavy 3 maybe. But I got 2 of them. It's an awful lot of yarn in one color, and yes it is. I want to, when I'm done my red top, make myself down below the butt length cardigan and actually put buttons of some kind or something on it to actually close it up. So it's going to be a good size cardigan for a plus size female. What pattern? I don't know yet. And so I got 2 of those. Then I thought, okay, let's go shopping for some extra other yarn just to have. One out of all of them has, I got it for a specific reason, but the other one's not so much. So anyways, I'm stacking them all up here in front of me. I went and got some Bernat Super Value yarn. Now the sale they had on was 3 of the Bernat Super Value yarn and 3 of another yarn that I had never used before, never heard of. I didn't get it, by the way. But it was like, once we were able to find it, me and one of the staff, I went over and I looked at it, I touched it, I thought, ew, why am I going to spend money on this stuff that's just going to sit? And who knows when or if I'll use it. It was just, ugh, I didn't even look at the content of it. I'm sorry, guys. You get that yarn, you just look at it, you just know it's bad news. I think this place bought this yarn, think it's unique. People are going to love it, and they've got so much of it, and it's not selling at all, or very little of it, because it's pretty nasty yarn. So I went with regular price, which was $8.49 for these yarns. Like I said, I liked it when I bought it back in January, 4 for $20, $5 a skein. I saved $3.50 per skein. So anyways, so it's Bernat Super Value. I got this purple. The lighting's not going to do these justice, I can tell you right now, because this looks more blue in the screen than it really is in person. Just got it because I like the color. Then I got this burgundy color. And as I continue, it's an awful lot like the Pound of Love. They are a little different. This one's a little more brighter. This is much darker. This one's got more of a black base. This has got more of a red base tone to it. So there is a difference. Do I have a life for this at the moment? No. Then I got, obviously, your classic white. Just because I go through a lot of white. And right now, the Sunday project, my infinity, I call it infinity scarf. My book calls it a snood. Calls for white. Oh, I'm using white. And once I break into the next skein I already have in there, I don't know how much white I'm going to have left. So I thought, let's grab another white. I should have grabbed another black as well, but I didn't. Well, I think I've got a partial black still up there. Then I got this medium gray. I was looking at it. I was going to go maybe a dark gray or the lighter gray, but I went with the medium. And originally, for this one, one of the characters in the book for this month was a rhinoceros. And I really wanted to make it. I had no more gray left, and this is the same gray color I used for my koala bear. And then the one Unfortunately, again, I do apologize to her. I can't remember her name. I'm new to her channel and I haven't sunk in yet. But the one where we get the color and the two themed items. One of the colorways she has on her list is orange. Now let me see if I can find this name and make it what it's telling me. It is not getting it too well with that. Give me one moment, everybody. I am so sorry. I should have tried to figure out this color beforehand. Let's see if I take a picture of the tablet. I can enlarge it and make out what it's telling me. Give me 1 minute, please, everybody. I do apologize. I said I'm so disorganized today. It's unreal. Okay. Okay. It is. I'm going to spell it because I'm not sure how it's pronounced. Masala. Masala? Masala? No, there's no L there. It's at the end. Masala. No idea. Anyway, I know one of the colors that are on her list is orange. I have a thin orange in my house. There's a small ball. It's more like a thread. I used it a few years back to make like a table doily runner. I can't remember what I even made. I think it was a doily, but more for like a round end table or something like that. Anyways, other than that, I have no orange in my house. Absolutely no orange at all. Now, the only two oranges they had for the Burnett value was like a varsity type orange. It was in your face. I don't want that. Let's see what other color that's orange-ish. So this is what I came up with. Yeah, it's not orange per se. It's that masala. Yeah, it's gotta be masala because the S comes before the L. And that's the orange color I picked. Will it be a project at some point? Yes, it will. What project will it be? I don't know. I do know one of the projects in my donut book is a pumpkin. And I think this color could work for a pumpkin. Who knows? Maybe that'll be one of the stories I do soon. It's just for in my wheelhouse because I know sooner or later the other one's going to land on orange. I have no orange. The other color I don't have much of is red. But would you guys put a maroon or a burgundy in as red? It is a form of red, is it not? So if we land on red, I think I would use something like this. Hopefully that would be okay. I may have to, if we land on red, send her an email and say, hey, this is what I got. Will it count? Before I go ahead and do it. But like I said, I have no orange really. Although I almost think I may already have this color up there because the color kind of reminds me a little of those cows that have all that long hair at the front of their face. That hair just hangs down kind of thing. I know there's a name for those cows. I don't remember what they're called. And there is one actually in my donut book. But I think I may have this color already up there. I can't see it from here. And if I could, I probably would be able to tell if it's the same one or not. So if that's the case, I got two of them. Hey, it is what it is. So anyways, guys, I've kept you long enough. I am so sorry about this. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. Hopefully you guys all had a good Easter weekend. Like I said, mine, not so much. Gotta get going to make dinner. My household loves macaroni salad. I don't do anything special, just make the pasta. I add canned ham, lots of mayo. We are big mayo fans. Chopped up green onions and chopped up sliced radishes. And we take a big bowl of it and we love it for our dinners. So definitely going to make some macaroni salad tonight for dinner. And then I think hubby and I are going to watch actually the new Garfield movie on Netflix because I think Garfield's so cute. I love. No, I don't think the color would quite call for Garfield either. And I think those cows are called Highlander cows or something like that. They start with an H. You guys probably know the one, and you're probably yelling at me right now. Anyways, sorry, I got off on that for a moment. So yeah, hubby and I are going to watch a movie tonight, and I think by the time I'm done watching that movie, I will be in bed. So I hope you guys have a great night. Um, Hopefully tomorrow I will be back out with a video for you guys. I can't guarantee it. I've kind of gone off the rails of recording daily, and boy, am I noticing it in many ways. So, guys, I love you. If you're new to my channel and you've made it this far, please consider subscribing. It's free. Mainly a yarn channel. I do occasional shopping stuff, as you guys can see. It's never anything, spectacular shopping wise, but show you what new colors I brought into the house. Hoping late next month, to get my little greenhouse on my balcony going and get some plants growing, some vegetables. I don't have much. I've got like tomatoes, some radishes, peppers, and then I think a few different chives, and then some sunflowers. I'm excited to see if I can get those to grow because I would love to grow my own sunflowers and harvest the seeds from them. I've already watched tutorials on how to do that, how to tell when they're ready, and then what to do to harvest them and prep them for eating purposes. So I would like to grow maybe 3 or 4 sunflower plants just to make a small batch of sunflower seeds for myself. I love sunflowers seeds. So hopefully May, June, I can show you guys a little bit of that. I don't know how much I will show you guys. It may be more of a quiet type video just because it's going to be on my balcony, and I hate to say this, but my neighbor next door, not a fan of his. Really, not a fan of his at all. And his balcony door is open almost 365 days a year. So to sit outside and record and to talk will be hard because either he'll be on his balcony beaking off at someone or something, or in his apartment screaming and hollering for whatever reason, because that's what he does. And he'd purposely do it to wreck my videos. I know he would. So it may be where I sit here and kind of talk to you guys about something inside, and then say I'm going to pause it, go outside, and you guys are just going to get a quiet look at my gardening. Don't know. Hopefully it'll be more of a gardening stuff than I showed you guys last year. But anyways, guys, I have kept you long enough. Please have a good night. And I hope I'm back again sooner than later. I will talk to you all soon, hopefully. And please be safe. Have a great night. And we'll see you when we see you. Bye for now, everybody.